Good evening. Welcome to the second of our um, online broadcasts for Holy Week on Facebook Live, um, where we're talking about the theme of Holy Week at home, because of course most of us, like me, are at home at the moment. So welcome. This is my first ever Facebook Live post, so if I mess it up, I hope you'll forgive me. I'm quite nervous, but delighted to be reflecting with you from my living room. So welcome. I was really pleased to see that our theme for tonight was home is where the heart is. It's an expression you've probably heard many times, but maybe not given it a whole lot of thought. But heart is something that I think is part of Holy Week. We need to bring our whole selves to that equation and participate with our whole being. Hello, Angela. Welcome, everyone. And so I was also thinking about the scripture passage where Jesus talks in Matthew's Gospel about how you build a house, or how you live a life of faith, really, more than how you build a house. He uses a house as a metaphor. He says, sometimes you build a house on rock, and then it has a solid foundation, and it can, it won't run away if the winds come and the rains come and so forth. And that's kind of like if you live a life according to Jesus' teachings or according to his precept of love. On the other hand, if you build your house on sand, well, then the water can wash it away or the wind can blow it away, and that's not nearly so good, because really we like to have nice, safe, secure homes, and we don't really want them to, slide down a hill and into the lake or something. And so I got thinking about what it means to build a strong foundation in our homes, particularly in this time of COVID-19, where many of us are spending a lot of time in our homes. And so how do we make sure that we are living wholeheartedly in the midst of all of that in our houses, in our homes? And so I started thinking about what that meant for me, and I actually wrote some hearts that indicate some of the themes that came up for me about things that I need to be doing in order to be living wholeheartedly in this time. And I invite you to think about what those things would be for you. What are the foundation stones that you would need to put in place in order to make sure that you were living as wholeheartedly as you possibly could in your home at this time? I'm going to show you my hearts, and then when we're done, I'm actually going to post them over on my closet door so that I see them regularly. My hearts are not likely going to be right for any of you, but I do encourage you to think about what are the things that make you wholehearted, and what will help you to be wholehearted in the midst of this particularly different time that we're living in. So I don't know what order these are going to come up in. Stillness is one of the things that I need a lot of. So I need quiet. I need it to be calm. It's been a hard time to find calm. Interestingly enough, when I'm awake early in the morning seems to be when I find stillness most at the moment. But one of the things I know that I need in order to be my best self is quiet. Another thing I identified is gratitude. I need to remember to be thankful for the things that there are to be thankful for. And there are lots of them, right? I have a secure house. There's food here. There's 2 lovely cats. I have a beautiful wife. I have clothes to wear. I have technology to talk to all of you. And so there's lots and lots of things to be grateful for, and I need to remember to practice that as an active practice. Another foundation stone for me is rest. And so I need to remember to get enough rest. And one of the things I realize I'm not doing as well as I would like in this moment is taking time off now that I'm working at home. And so I want to be way more intentional about patterns of work and rest, because if I don't get enough rest, both sleep, but also just downtime to read a book or to sip a cup of tea or to go for a walk, then I'm not at my best, and I'm not able to do my work in the best way either. And so the changes in terms of working at home have shifted some patterns for me, and I need to work on shifting them again to allow some more space for rest. Another thing that is key for me is gentleness. I need to remember to be gentle with myself, to be gentle with the people that I live with, because this is not easy. I don't know about you, but for me, not easy. And I thought that going home and staying home would be like the best thing ever, but no, not so much. And so I want to be gentle when my memory is failing me and I feel like my memory is made of Swiss cheese and I can't remember what I said I was going to do and all of those kinds of things. When things take much longer than I anticipate, when I'm grouchy, when other people are grouchy. And so I know that to live wholeheartedly and to keep the heart in my home, I need to practice gentleness at this time. Another thing I identified was prayer. And for me, prayer is a lot of different things, but it's about keeping in touch with God and being intentional about my relationship with God and nurturing that and supporting that, whether that's by silence, whether that's by journaling, whether that's by reflective walking, that I need to do that in order to be my best wholehearted self. And my last one, although probably tomorrow I'll have some more, is that I need to be me. And for me, that's about showing up and being real and admitting that this is not easy and that I have not got really anything all together. My ducks are like, I don't know, all over the house. And that's okay. And what I need to be is not somebody who has all of their stuff together, but the person that I am as genuinely as I possibly can be. And to not let fear or worry or anxiety keep me from showing up in my life and especially in my home. So those are the hearts that I identified that were kind of key for me. I invite you to take some time to think about what your hearts might be. I can think of other things that for other people might be on a heart. Like maybe for you it's play. Maybe it's connection. You need to figure out ways of making sure that if you live alone, you're still connected to people. Maybe it's good food. Maybe it's exercise. Maybe it's enough sleep. But I think it's worth thinking about what are those foundation stones. So if you think about that image of the house, right, that Jesus gives. So what kind of foundation do you need to build so that your home is where your heart is and you can be wholehearted in your living in your home? And so that's my invitation for the second day of Holy Week. And I invite, if people want to comment in the comments about some of the things that you're thinking about that are your foundation stones, that would be delightful. And I would enjoy engaging with you about that because it's an interesting topic. Blessings, Beth.